What's up, y'all? It's Nifty Q. That's Gifted. We are here with another Daily Rehash Monday, October 30th. One more day until Halloween. Excited for another week in Web3 with you. Gifted, how we doing?
Yo, I'm doing so good. Happy to be here. We survived a long, crazy weekend. We're all, feeling it still a little bit, and that's okay. But we are back with another Daily Rehash to bring you the top 10 stories in Web3. Here it is, Q. Let's get into it.
All right, we love announcements of announcements, especially when they're coming from alt Adidas. Here, powered by Adidas Collect, we have a partnership with Bugatti, but we don't know the actual details because this is all we got. We got one little 8-second trailer. I'm assuming this is going to have to do with some phygital Adidas footwear, but we don't know. So what do you think, Gif?
Looks good. I think it's going to be some new shoes, but what a time to be a sneakerhead in Web3. There's just so many dope shoes coming out, and I wish I was more of a shoe collector right now. But speaking of merch, we got some more dope merch. This is what's going to be dropping at Ape Fest Hong Kong. That's some big news to talk about this week. It's happening over there in Hong Kong with the Bored Ape Yacht Club and all the Yuga friends that are going to make it. They've been sharing out more details. You can see they've been dropping more BAPE, Bored Ape Yacht Club hints. And you know what? This looks like some really high quality merch and a dope collab.
We started to get the major FOMO. The community is starting to post videos about being out in Hong Kong. So you're going to get a full FOMO action here from the Bored Ape Yacht Club as Ape Fest is this week. They put out a couple different announcements as well. They have now community websites that are showing all the events. So everybody's going to be feeling some major FOMO here. Shout out to the Yuga Labs team for getting over that Rider Rip stuff.
Yeah. And that's a whole other thing. This is going to drop in Hong Kong for the Yuga holders first, but on November 4th, it will be public. So look out for that.
Awesome. All right, I got the next piece here. Mocaverse is pumping, man. Over 100% increase there in the floor price for the Mocaverse right off the backs of this Realm Points drop. So you can see counting down the days to minting your Mocha ID and joining the network, introducing these Realm Points, the fuel powering our whole on-chain identity ecosystem. They previously launched XP points, right? So they're kind of talking about how NFT holders have accrued this. Well, Realm Points, it looks like, is going to be the expansion of that project and a little bit more of an evolution as well. You're going to accumulate RP to unlock IRL and digital rewards that you deserve, and you can see the digital IDs there. So they're going with this whole on-chain identity push, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, and there's GameFi, DeFi. Some of these, hardcore Asia-backed communities are going to be doing really well, man. And there's a lot of utility and things that they're doing there. So we'll keep following Mocaverse, but I'm not in it. So congrats to those that are. Here's another quick update. Low key, is Alibaba gonna be a major player in NFTs? I've been looking into this, and haven't really seen many people covering it, but apparently there might be a new era for NFTs in China because they've been very, very anti-NFTs over there. But we recently, in the last week, saw an uncensoring and a relisting around NFT keywords and several projects over on Alibaba's marketplace, which is called Zhanyu. I don't exactly know if I'm saying that right, but I've been looking into this a little bit more, and apparently Cloudverse, which is Alibaba's own sort of blockchain service, is on Avalanche. I don't even know they had a blockchain, but now they're starting to relist a bunch of NFTs that launched on their own blockchain.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that is the private blockchain features, right? So like being able to have their closed ecosystem. Again, since 2017, I've seen different Korea pieces of news, different Chinese pieces of news, and usually I have to take it with a grain of salt because it's heavily backed by speculation and just kind of market manipulation. China bans NFTs, then they don't. Korea bans crypto, and then they don't. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt, but this would be really, really huge, Gifted. So yeah, good find there, man. All right, I got the next piece. I tried to warn you. If you guys were listening to any of our shows, GM Web3 or NFT Live, I told you that the Stars Arena's team, when they were addressing the exploit that happened a month ago, did not handle that professionally. Well, it looks like one of those executives is moving on. ChillPill has stepped down from his role as CEO. They will continue to take significant steps towards rebuilding trust with our community. Yeah, good luck. I don't know what community you are going to have left. This was from this morning. Tyler D saying Stars Arena TVL down to 359K. I also have the update here. I'm not sure how the negative total value locked is happening, but 41,000 negative total value locked. This also tracks inflows and outflows, but the outflows were significantly more than 40K. So interested on this point. And then to follow this all up, it looks like Friend Tech is not dealing, I'm on Front Tech. It's not dealing with these bloodbath days that we had earlier to start last week, but the volatility, it has gone down. The buy volume you can see here is taking on historical lows.
Yeah, kind of a bummer for Stars Arena, but you did call it, and I give you credit. You did the due diligence. You hopped in the space, checked out the team, weren't impressed, and they've really kind of sputtered on the launch. Again, they relaunched without even syncing their data, and it was start and stop. So not really surprised to see more turbulence over there. Hopefully they can figure it out, but yeah, not looking too good right now for Stars Arena. What is looking good, Q, is on-chain Pokemon cards. Interest is growing. The search trends are trending. Here you go. Got some people now speculating that network effects and tokenization of cards on chain will unlock global liquidity. I mean, this could go for basketball cards, baseball cards, all different types of physical collectibles really being moved on chain. Pokemon just seems to be one of the canaries in the coal mine, if you will. It's one of the things that is really getting a ton of traction, and you can see what the search volume is doing. And we've been talking about the success that Courtyard.io is having. They're really riding this wave right now. But look, massive IP, massive brands like this that have physical collectibles that can be backed up on chain. And then, you get more network effects, more liquidity, easier to trade. And if they're backed up in Brink's vaults, like, why not?
Yeah, I love the call out to the Courtyard team. They seem to be the one heading up this movement. I will say Wax back in the day kind of innovated with bringing a lot of brands like a Pokemon, although it wasn't to that extent. It was more like Street Fighter, Garbage Pail Kids, all of these like kind of older school brands on chain. But then there wasn't this real world asset piece to it, this feature where you could actually redeem for the actual cards themselves. So I like that innovation, and seems to be having a product market fit.
Yeah, the trust is big. I think that's coming.
Yeah, definitely. I think making it so people can actually hold on to these assets in the real world actually makes it so much better from a adoption standpoint, where with what Wax was doing, essentially they're digital trading cards, but people didn't really connect with that. All right, are people connecting with gaming tokens, Gala, Axie, and ApeCoin, amongst others, including Decentraland and Sandbox, dude? That's crazy to me. The metaverse tokens are moving a little bit. So we know Bitcoin, we know Ethereum are doing extremely well, but these smaller altcoins are actually getting a bid as well. ApeCoin has been going through it, over the past year. That has been well documented. So it's good to see some pickup there. Machi's proposal as well, with the $11 million actually sweeping the floors on apes, is interesting. So yeah, a lot of things happening across the board with gaming tokens and some of these other ecosystem tokens that aren't Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to see quite a bit of success with certain games in the next bull run. Prime is probably going to be doing well for Parallel. You mentioned Shrapnel earlier. There's a bunch of different games, and some of them are probably going to really run. And yes, not financial advice. Love that call out. And all right, on to the next one. Speaking of Parallel, they wrapped up their Planetfall public sale, and they got a little something extra here. If you minted, they announced basically additional rewards, everything from additional player packs and collector packs to maybe some enhancements and prime rewards here. So there's a whole thread. Again, all of this is linked in the description of this video and on our X profile. So if you want to dig in more, that's where you'll find it.
Yeah, season 3 is ending tomorrow. So we're trying to kind of grind that system. But yeah, Planetfall seems to have had some success. Not surprised that the team is then rewarding people who also collected without telling them beforehand. Like this team knows what they're doing. I don't know how many times I could say it. Yeah.
Love to see it.
All right. I am going to try to cover this without falling down the rabbit hole, but that the flooring protocol effect is in effect. A lot of actual collections, when they get listed, are bidded up on Blur. Well, this was an interesting take, because basically the way it works, and we discussed this on NFT Live all of last week, is that people get fungible tokens for depositing their NFTs into the Flooring protocol. Well, what happens when there's a run on the bank? Well, we actually saw that happen with Captainz in a certain way. The reserve ratio, what they're calling it, went down below 15%. So basically what that means is people deposited in and rushed to take some out, and therefore there were no NFTs left for the people that actually had the fungible tokens. Now, if you're still with me, the main part of this story is that then Flooring Capital, FLC, basically swept the floor on Captainz when this happened. So again, first run on the bank, and they say here, I am not going to shut down the system to dodge a crisis. Instead, I will gradually add more Captainz so that the vault keeps running. The Flooring Capital vault right now is filled up with thousands of high-level collectible PFPs. This isn't like some dog NFTs. These are the top ones, and they are holding a lot right now.
It's interesting to see, man, like how this is going to play out. Again, there's so much risk. Obviously, there's opportunity, but this new sort of restorative mechanism or whatever, these safeguards that they're putting in place, there's a tax involved too. So again, it's all in the details if you want to read into it, but it's kind of complicated. I don't like the idea of getting taxed more just to get my NFT out because the reserve is low.
Yeah, some of that is gamification and doing that, making sure that the floor reserve and all that stuff is set up. I will say that we did get a little bit of a tidbit as well. FLC token this process was essentially letting people kind of get access to the meme farming that's going on. So that might be also why we saw a huge bid on Captainz and Flooring.
Yeah, and we're going to have to keep following up on it. There's a lot happening with Flooring. But you know what else has a lot happening? That is Opepen edition. Last story here, Jack Butcher launched the website officially for what they are calling Snowpepen. And we'll pull it up right here. This is actually apparently using the original Chromie Squiggles algorithm for these. I mean, you can see some of what they look like. They look freaking amazing. Some people are starting to speculate, are these going to be worth more than the original Chromie Squiggles? I don't know about all that, but I do think these will be some highly, highly coveted PFPs.
Absolutely, man. I mean, the people that are saying they'd rather have a Snowpepen than an actual squiggle, that's beyond me. No way. But these are probably some of the best Jack Butcher pieces that we've seen come out of the Opepen edition. So big shout out to him. All right, guys, that was it for the daily rehash. We do have some heavy hitters on the network for the remainder of the week. We do have Roger Dickerman coming through with the 24 hours of art. We also have Jordan Lyle talking fiat, that fiat collaboration as well with Prohibition.art. Yeah, so really excited for that stuff. Bunch of stuff happening on the network. Thank you guys for the support.
Hell yeah. Our vibe, our tribe.